I got tired of that life. And he said, I'm walking the streets of Harlem on 167. I know the street because I've been there before. And he said, it's a man at the end of the corner he never seen in his life. And he finna walk past this man, and the man said, hey, young man, stop. I know what you prayed to God. God told me he heard what you prayed. And he like, man, you don't know me. He said, he's finna reach for the clock. Like, he said, you can put that down. And he says, that prayer that you prayed in the bathroom, God told me to tell you he heard it. And he said, he knew that God sent that man to be on the corner. He said, so I need for you to go to the church. And when you go to the church, go up to the front of that church. And he said, before that day was out, the car was on the corner in Harlem, shot up. My man was dead. So when I'm telling you, some of y'all don't understand the power of miracles, but miracles are very real. All right? And so when he was talking, it was reminding me of things that happened to me where I was supposed to be dead. When the guy unloaded the gun, like right here, pow, 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 pow. And I'm right here, and my mind shut down because I was in shock. But then I'm like, I didn't get hit, and he was right here.
No way.
But that's like when
no, he was aiming. He was aiming. But he was in. It was a drive-by. He was in the car, and he was right there because we were talking to him.
Did this happen to you?
Yeah, this happened to me. So I said, okay, that's the first time. That was when I was 12. All right.
That's
now
like,
listen to me, guys. Some people can't make it to tell that story because they end up dead. But here's what I'm telling you, guys. I want you to take every day and make it count for something, because life is not promised to you or to me. So you got to make the most of it, and you got to make it the best that you can. Absolutely. Okay? So this is what I want to tell you. Once we got a hold of who he was and we connected with my man Spree, we sat down and had a meeting in my office. They went that Friday. They came back Sunday, and Spree's like, hey, we got the C.H.A.M.P.S song done. I'm like, C.H.A.M.P.S song? What? Now, lo and behold, nobody knew who made the beat to it. But when you hear the beat, you know it came from somewhere, because it sounded just like beats that he made for Tupac in some of his records. Like the Above, if you ever saw the movie Above the Rim.
That's my movie.
Okay. It's a basketball movie, right? All right.
No, it's on BET.
No, it's a 90s movie.
It's a 90s. That's Above the Rim.
I'm thinking.
It's a movie, man, that became part of black culture in the 90s. Same thing with like Boys in the Hood. Those movies were all around. But Tupac is one of the lead actors of Above the Rim.
They call it Bird. You know, you go on Instagram and you see that little meme, and it be like that dude he got on that jersey with a bag and a gun in his hand.
No.
Okay. Maybe we might do a classic day. I'll show.
No,
yeah,
you ever watch Paid in Full? You ever watch Paid in Full?
Yeah, I have.
No, I haven't.
Y'all ain't watch Paid in Full?
I watched it. Money Mitch.
Who are y'all? I'm talking about Ace Boogie. Ace Boogie was in
2004.
Ace Boogie was in Above the Rim. He was the one that was supposed to kill the other dude because he wouldn't play for Tupac's team to win.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
No, it's a good movie, but I want you to keep everything into perspective. They had to do what they call a soundtrack, which are the album that goes with the movie. And so he was like, they were panicking because they were trying to get one more song on the soundtrack. And he said he remember Pac coming in like, hey man, we need another track. I need one like right now.
That's how you got with Suge Knight.
And that's when K-Lo said he went in and they did Pain. It's actually the top song on the soundtrack. And he said that was like a last minute. We didn't think that was like the best song on the soundtrack, and it became the best song. And so that was one of the ideas that he had in his mind to produce a lot of these things. And so when we talking about the connections that you and I have, man, it's beyond this room. It's beyond this room. So I'm going back to something. my man Charles Williams from Nike, the vice president, hit me up today, and he said, man, I need your help. I'm flying into Chicago the week of the 18th, which is that Monday, and I just need some of your young men, some of your boys, to chop it up with me and our creative director. Talk about Chicago, the culture, and all of that to kind of help inform some things. So what I need for y'all to do is think about if you want to be a part of it, all right? And then we're gonna start measuring some things, all right? I'm gonna measure some things because this 15 or 12 of y'all who signed up for next Friday, right?
Yeah, for next Friday. You can be in.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right, next Friday is the 15th. Next Friday is the 15th. That Monday is the 18th. All right. I'm gonna just tell you like this. It's probably gonna be a couple of you guys who go to this event, all right, that I'm gonna ask to participate with Nike the following week. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So I just want to give you a heads up on how I'm choosing the process. I don't want it to just be the older guys like Devontae, who's been in champs, who, you know, had some opportunities. He won a WGCI, Walgreens Expression. When was that, a year ago?
Yeah.
A year ago, he won first place, right? And was featured live on GCI on the radio the same day when we were down there, right? And he's the first person in history to perform live. I was there front row. I watched him. And they was like, whoa! But again, he already had that fire in him because he was ready. We prepared. We already talked about it. Did we take an Uber or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got in an Uber. We got there. He already knew what the game plan was. I said, you about to get everybody off guard. You want to know why? Because everybody not going to be ready. And they wasn't. He was. So when it was his time and he did it in front of the judges, they was like, hold on. You're the first dude to actually do your song live in front of everybody. And so as a result, and he was rocking the Champs gear. He had the Champs shirt on. And they was just like, oh my man, they thought this was my son. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because I'm like the proud father in the front row. Like, yeah, what's up? Now, what the room got to say? You know what I'm saying? And then they was like, hey, we want my man to go live on GCI. They put him on the radio. And he knocked it out. They like, who's my man? That's Matthews. He part of Champs. Don't you know Champs win? Everywhere we go, we win. They're like, oh, okay. And then we met some of the other radio personalities. You probably know the names. I don't know everybody's name. They was like, hey, here's my card. Connect. Boom, boom, boom. Connecting with all these guys. So what I'm saying is be ready for your opportunity. Everybody gonna get one. I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to be afraid. I want you to embrace that moment. He had a moment in the Nike room at the headquarters.
The soundtrack wouldn't play right, so I had to rap.
Yeah, it wasn't loud enough. So I said, hey, my man, go live. You want me to stand up? Go ahead. And what did everybody do in the room? Everybody started looking at my man. And because he had been practicing his lyrics, he was ready to give it to him. And what did they all do?
Clap.
So they already made like, oh, okay, these guys ready. They not afraid of that moment. And so when we go to this Nike thing, we've done this before. We've done it before. We did it at that Nike store. They was like, hey, bring some Champs down Saturday morning. The store is closed. Before the store opened, bring the guys over. We finna show them something that's not out yet. So I was like, all right, about 10, 15 of us. Went over. They got him in a room. All these big time people come in. They had like all these secret suitcases and stuff with all this stuff that's not out inside and wheeled in the back, and then let the doors close. Say, hey, we from Nike. Glad to have Champs here. We want to kind of get to know everybody. So we gonna go around the room, introduce yourself, right? So we had to be ready to say our first and last name, what grade we in, what school we went to, all that. Once we got done with that, they was like, all right, guess what I did? All right, y'all, I left. Y'all can talk with the Champs. I'm gonna go look around the store. right? So I went and looked around the store, and they talked with them for 30, 45 minutes. Then I came back in and, sat down. They asked me a few questions. And next thing you know, some guys are like, hey, Mr. Singleton, they told us not to tell anybody, but they actually gave us the stuff that's not even out yet. I was like, cool. What you gonna do with it? He was like, I'm gonna wear this next week. I was like, cool. All right. So again, when your opportunity comes, what's gonna make them cause you to stand out is you knowing what you're talking about, sticking to your script, your narrative. So that's why we've been practicing it, guys. All right. This Sunday, we got CBS. All right, we're going downtown. All right.
You said Sunday or Saturday?
No, Sunday.
Oh, y'all can make that one. I thought you said Sunday.
Sunday, going downtown. I asked Christian, what's his last name? Terry. Christian Terry runs the dance team. They just won first place, right? Y'all saw the dance team. They just won first place in the Noble Dance Championship. That was his team. First place, right? Called my man. It was his birthday 2 days ago. How old did he turn? See, 20, 21?
I think
20. So I said, all right, happy birthday, bruh. Proud of you, man. You come a long way. That's good. You're going to be on CBS. You're going to be talking. He came in my office yesterday after school. Hey, Mr. Singleton, what we talking about? Champs, your personal story, your goals. Talk about how you just won. How did you start this dance team? All right. Let's go way back to how you started. Now, they may edit it, they may cut it out, it may not get any TV time, right? Or they may keep it. So what is that gonna do for his brand when people watch it?
Gonna build it.
Yeah, it's gonna build it. They're gonna say, do you have a website people can go to? How do people try out for your team? Are y'all gonna be in a Bud Billiken parade? Right? Are y'all gonna perform? Are y'all doing? And he said, now, Mr. Singleton, we finna do some more dance competitions and win those. I'm like, good, let's go. Let's go, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, who all going? Because I want to go.
So for this, so he was trying to give a bio about me. Then next thing you know, all these people start commenting. Oh, I know him. He's awesome. He's this, he's that. I didn't even have to say anything. Why? Is because my story is part of my bio. It's out there now. Ain't nothing I can do to change it. I didn't create that story. I didn't actually be born in that family. That's the way God designed it. So now I'm capitalizing on it and sharing it. So who's gonna throw themselves out? Come on, I need 3 guys. Come on, y'all.
What we gotta say?
Your narrative, your story.
Tell your story, like how we usually do it. Like your name.
You got this. Come on, man.
Your name, your.
Everybody should be jumping up. Watch, by next year, y'all gonna have this down. But we gotta practice. Come on, y'all. Give me your story.
Obstacle, narrative.
It's not more than
Give me your story. Give me your story.
Name, born to win, obstacle.
Give me your story. Come on, y'all. Come on, somebody.
My name is Shannon Brown, I'm born to win, and my obstacle is seeing my loved ones pass on. My inspiration is to get my mom and my little brother out of the city of Chicago, and my narrative is to stay on ground by any means.
Love it. Good. Come on, man. Come on, y'all.
My name is Joseph, I'm born to win.
Now, when you give your name, give your first and last name.
My name is Joseph, I'm born to win. I'm born to win.
Good. Project your voice. Good.
I'm born to win. My biggest obstacle growing up on the south side of Chicago, and my narrative is always be yourself.
Always what?
Always be yourself.
Always be yourself. Being authentic. Good. All right. Give me one more. Come on, man. Somebody we haven't heard from. Give me somebody we haven't heard from. Come on, man. Show your boy you got that dog. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
My name is Stevie Taylor. I'm born to win, and my biggest obstacle was probably losing my uncle because we was real close with each other. So it kind of put an obstacle there. But and my biggest aspiration is to be yourself. I mean, not to be yourself. To fulfill your goals no matter how hard it gets.
I love it. How many of y'all all need to hear that from time to time? Do y'all know that, man, some of the greatest have had bad days? They failed time and time and time. Look at the Wright brothers. What are they known for?
Airplanes.
Yeah, the airplane, right? But how many times did the plane fall?
A lot.
Like, people was like, just give up. You cannot defeat the law of gravity. Just give up. They said, nope, we got a new law. It's called the law of aerodynamics. That means that actually gravity can be defeated if you get propellers and wings. And people looking like, you idiot. That'll never happen. Well, guess what? People flying all over the place.
on the plane.
And it was because of the Wright brothers. They did not allow defeat to stop them from reaching their goals. Okay? Think about Walt Disney. Anybody heard of him?
Yeah.
People thought he was crazy. He's like, man, Mickey Mouse. Huh? You look like Mickey Mouse. Huh? Right? The next thing you know, you got people going to Disney World, right? I'm talking about making $100 million a year.
What was it?
Just off Disney World. Now you got Disney movies, right? And guess who owns Disney?
What?
Okay.
Me. You said you look like Mickey Mouse, but guess what? Sorry,
Okay.
but I can't use
So
that.
look, check this out. Guess who's under? Let me just put it like that. Disney. Y'all ever heard of
Apple.
Iron Man?
Oh.
Captain American? Black Panther? Marvel. Now think about something. Off one movie they made $1 billion. Off one. How many did they have in the collection?
A lot.
20, 30, 40 of them. Now,
I don't know.
and guess what? The movie that's coming out today, the Captain Marvel movie,
It came out today?
already gonna make $1 billion. You wanna know why?
Because
Everybody gonna watch it.
It's
Not
pretty
just
sold.
everybody. Think, look closely. Not just Disney, look closely. Who's the feature actor?
Black Panther.
No, who's the feature actor of Captain Marvel?
A woman.
Oh.
A woman. It's a woman's movement, ain't they? Taking over, ain't they?
What?
It's gonna be a woman mayor too.
You can't allow
So
that.
now think about something.
Woman got super
Even if the movie isn't a good movie, guess who's going to support it?
Women.
And they're gonna put their money where their mouth is, and guess how much that movie gonna make?
A
Triple.
lot.
Probably $1 billion.
How much money you made? A lot.
I never guessed.
All because of the brand.
Let me
I
make
never
a
got
bill.
Captain Marvel because there was a girl and a boy.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Cause it's DC and it's Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
They
switched
in
the
competition.
name in 2012.
They in competition.
But they together.
Look, I don't have my other phone, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. Listen to me carefully, man.
I like that case.
We gotta get into this movie business.
Oh.
We already got the movie done. Which one? The Born to Win movie's done.
Oh, yeah, we like that.
You understand what I'm trying to say? All we need, and I was right there a couple weeks ago. I said, man, I got my movie script. I'm ready for Ryan Coogler to come down. Michael B. Jordan, he an actor, but I need the producer. I need the writer. I need my man right here. And he on stage, and he went backstage, and I went outside on the sidewalk. I'm like, I'm ready. Let him walk past. I'm gonna take this movie out this Jordan bag and hand it to him and say, hey, this your next blockbuster right here. But I got patience. I'm gonna wait because we already working with my man from DC. All right, who was the what's the black dude in the last movie? The with what's his name? It was Superman in there. What's his name? Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Oh,
Yeah, Cyborg. So y'all know Cyborg's father in the movie, right?
Yeah.
The crazy scientist dude.
Oh.
Y'all know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of his
His
name.
name is Joe Morton. That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I text my man Joe. I said, Joe, I'm out here. I see Ryan Coogler here, Michael B. Jordan. They on stage. I'm in the same building with them. Hey man, we need to talk about this Born to Win movie. We ready. We ready. I'm ready to do part 2 right now. Look, we wrote it, didn't we? Devontae? We wrote the movie. It's done.
Every celebrity.
I'm ready to do part 2. And so I hit my man up. I said, hey, call me. Let me know when you want to talk. And I'm trying to be courteous. I text him, right? I'm trying to be courteous because I know he's busy. He's probably doing some shows. They probably filming another movie. So the last time we talked, I was in Atlanta. And he called me, hey, Von Bell. He's a real distinguished guy. rich voice, you know. He said, yeah, I got the Born to Win script and I'm ready. I'll be giving you a call. We're going to have a longer conversation. And that's when I was like, hey, you know Spike Lee? He said, yeah, we're amicable. I said, okay, good. That means
Spike
friendly,
Lee.
right? He's just a deep guy. But he said, my promise to you is that I'm going to help you get this movie in production. Yes, sir.
I got a question. How, like, when you meet all these famous people and you be talking to them, like, how you keep, like, how you just don't,
Networking.
oh my God,
They don't burn
you
bridges.
just be
Humble.
I think because I've gotten older now, like when I was y'all age, it was just like, whoa! You know, I was like that about Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying? But then as I've gotten older, I'm just like, they humans just like me. Everybody don't see it that way,
I do.
but that's why they gravitate towards me because I treat them like humans. Like,
That's how I had when I met G Herbo, bro. Like,
I was just thinking about that.
Like I met
we
G
all the
Herbo,
same,
and everybody was
we
like,
just-
oh my
hold
God.
on,
But he's actually like a
pause.
chill person.
Come on up real quick.